Here I have a Pioneer DEH X6700BS, which I'm going to review for you. This is the 2015 model. It's on the higher end of the spectrum of their units. I particularly grabbed this one here because I think that this one here has all the features that everybody today is going to want to have. I kind of just bypass a lot of the lower end stuff because a lot of that stuff just doesn't really sell much more anymore these days. Everybody's going either for everything that's Bluetooth and app ready, either single DIN, which are falling off. More of the double DIN stuff is becoming more prevalent. But this piece here is just a stunning looking piece. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. Very classy looking, unique, nice features, lots of cool features. I'm going to tell you all about this unit. Now this unit not only is it Bluetooth ready, also supports Siri Eyes Free at your command, so you could use your iPhone and Siri. Gives you a convenient Bluetooth connection, so you could ask Siri to make calls, select, play music, compose, and hear text messages, if you can believe that. Read notifications, even use maps and get directions. All commanded by your voices right through the stereo. How cool is that? I'm going to show you in the back side of this unit all the expansion plugs, but this unit does have Sirius Xm compatibility, so if you had the SXV300 tuner, you plug it in, mount your antenna, get that sucker activated, you're in business, you got yourself a Sirius Xm right in your dash. Built-in Bluetooth, which I touched on. This supports, of course, all the new phones that came out, including the latest iPhone as well as the Android. Maybe not the new Samsung that just hit because that's up in the air for now, but maybe I'll do a follow-up later on. Media options, of course, you have a front USB slot load right here. So if you want to plug in whatever you have, you can do that right there. Of course, below it you have the standard 3.5 millimeter analog jack input. So if you have any other type of device, you got a chance to use that. As always, Pioneer always gives you tons of audio control functionality, which is a thing I'm just wild about, of course, and I'm going to show you how that goes. Steering wheel controls, this is directly compatible with whatever you have. Any brand, any make, any kind of car that has a steering wheel button on it, this unit can pair up to it just with the appropriate adapter, of course. I'm not going to get into adapters. People like to ask me to get into the adapters, but there's just so many brands. Forget it. I'm not going to do it. This unit is a CD receiver, plus it has AM, FM, the slot load right up there for your disc. AM, FM, I'm going to touch on in a little bit. Built-in amplifier, which is 50x4, of course, which is, you know, peak when all the planets align, but in reality, it's a 14-watt rated radio. And they actually have a CEA-2006 rating, which thank God Pioneer finally has, because I was so tired of seeing 50x4 and people being brainwashed like zombies thinking that they actually have a 200-watt stereo. It is almost like a joke to me. So now they actually got real. They call it what it is, 14 watts RMS. That's more like it, because I just did a Clarion review, and that one's 22 watts, and that, again, is a CEA-rated unit. So this one here, you're looking at 14, which is not, you know, you're going to take over the world either way, but that's what you're working with. So you got the Bluetooth for your streaming as well as for hands-free calling and audio streaming. You got MIXTRAX, which is a DJ inspired experience, which you can get an app for Pioneer, because Pioneer is very heavy into the DJ scene and parts and mixers and all that stuff. I don't know if you knew it or not, but they always have been. That's what's up with the MIXTRAX. That is a whole video upon itself. As far as your audio controls and audio features, it plays CDs, CDRs, of course, CD-RWs, all the standard stuff, USB devices. On the site, it tells you everything that's capable, compatible with this unit, so I'm not going to get into that, but it's almost everything that's pretty much that you would want to use. You got 3 loudness settings, low and high pass filters, subwoofer control, 3 sets of preamp outputs for adding amplifiers, which is great. The voltage is respectable, and I love that. Like I said, you got Sirius Xm compatibility, you got the front auxiliaries, and you got the outputs. I mean, really, what else could you ask for in a stereo? There's not a whole lot out there that's left to be desired, especially on Pioneer. This price range, around 130, 140 bucks, is about where they're at right now. I mean, come on, man, that's a whole lot for a little bit amount of money. Plus, look at the thing; it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful unit. You can actually control the colors on the middle from the outside, customize, make this whole thing just all about you, how you want it to look. The characters are very many. It's not choppy and pixelated. It's very pleasing on the eye. It's very easy to operate. All your presets are laid out right here. Your display button, which is very easy. This is how, if you wanted to get into your settings. Let me show you about some of those really cool settings I was telling you about. To get into your menu is very easy to do. Hold down that main button for a second. I'm sorry, the menu button. Oh, geez, I was already there. Start over. Hit source to reset that. Just hold this down for a second. Menu will come on. You simply just press in the center knob to get into your audio settings. For instance, I'm going to get into the EQ. These are all the presets, which you could actually see, which is visual, which is a main peeve I have. I hate it when radios say they give you parametric EQs, 5-band, 7-band, but they're absolutely impossible to understand how the hell they're working or what they're set at. Pioneer actually gives you a clue what's working on. You got 2 customizable settings, which is excellent. Again, for this price range, and just for that one feature, because people are very, sight orientated. I know I am. It's all set right there. Here's your loudness setting. You can adjust the low. Let me go back to that low. The low, the mid, the high frequencies, or turn it off entirely. Subwoofer, reverse the phase, or have it set off, turn it on, have your low pass filter, reverse phasing, you name it, you got it. I love that. And here's your bass boost functions. Turn it up, it goes up to 5 or at 0. High pass filter settings, so that way you can block low pass filters, so that way on your interior speakers, if you're utilizing an amplifier, say your subwoofer is set at 60 hertz, something like that, you would set it here so that way the sub will play 60 and down, and then your interior speakers would start at 63 and up to give you a kind of like a bandpass filter effect to actually, respectively designate what frequencies go to what speakers, whether it be the front stage, the rear stage, the sub. You have the ability to do all that stuff when you have the appropriate tools like this Pioneer is offering you right here. Here's your block off frequencies. You can start at the lowest at 63 hertz, 80 hertz, 100 hertz, 125, 160, 200. You don't even need all that, but it's there, and I love that. It's a great feature about Pioneer. They're really good about that stuff, and I love to see that. Don't ever change that stuff, Pioneer. Your illumination, this thing is really wicked. You could actually get crazy with this thing. It's got something like 20,000 colors. You can get in there and change the key colors, the display color, both colors together. I mean, you go crazy with yourself with this thing. Here's your scan. I'm just going to leave it on that. What was that scan? Okay, we'll just go with that and scan. And there you go. Bluetooth, very simple to set up. You could pair up to 2 phones to this unit, which is very easy, very straightforward, just like they've always been. They used to have a separate setting mode. You just have to turn the radio off and hold down the menu button to pop it up, to do all the stuff. They're making it all very simple, very user-friendly. So in that respect, I really think that that's great, and Pioneer's going in the right direction, because there's so much stuff these days, so much passwords, so many numbers, so many usernames, so many features, so many settings, so many smart TV controls, so many buttons and remotes. There's so much of everything these days. It's nice to see a company just come out with something simple, straightforward, shows you how to use it, a manageable book to read and understand, and something that's beautiful and friendly to use. That's what I see when I see this 6700BS. I like it. I like the features. I like the functionality. I like the apps. I like that it has a remote control, which I didn't show you, but I will now. This comes with it. It's a nice little full function remote control. They're very good about giving you these, which is a QXC1044 if you need to replace yours. That's included. The face is detachable, by the way. This trim ring comes off. It is ISO mountable. However, it does have a mounting sleeve on the side, so if you want to go that route, that's how you would do that. I'm just going to power her down. I'm going to show you what's going on the rear side of this unit before I wrap up my review. So back here, there's a 16-pin speaker power harness, which has, of course, your amp turn-on wire. There is an illumination wire in there as well. Over here, you have the plug for your Sirius XM. You have your analog FM AM aerial antenna right there. Over here for your steering wheel control or an external microphone, plug those in right there and there. And up here you have your front, rear, and subwoofer designated preamp outputs to expand on your amplifiers. I mean, it's a home run. I love this Pioneer. A couple years ago I was really beating them down, but I think they came back and they did some things that are starting to impress me. I like the layout, I like the colors, I like the sleek look, I like the gloss black. So for me, it works, and I think it'll probably work for you too. So there you go. There's my review of the DEH X6700BS.